You don't lose respect because you said the wrong thing. You lose respect because you're waiting for permission to say anything at all. That waiting is subtle, but people feel it immediately. Think about how you show up in a room. You scan faces. You adjust your tone. You soften your opinions. You're careful, measured, agreeable. It feels like the right approach. But something doesn't work. People don't ask what you think. They don't rely on your judgment. They don't include you when it matters. And you're left wondering why. Because from your perspective, you've been easy to work with. Here is the truth. Being agreeable makes you pleasant. It does not make you respected. This is where most people get it wrong. They think respect comes from fitting in, matching the group, avoiding tension. But respect doesn't come from alignment. It comes from presence, and presence requires something uncomfortable. The willingness to stand on your own position, even when it's not shared. That's the hidden problem. You're trying to be liked, when you should be focused on being taken seriously. Those are not the same goal. You can be liked and ignored. It happens all the time. But you cannot be respected if you're constantly adjusting yourself. Because adjustment signals uncertainty. And uncertainty weakens how others perceive you. Here's the deeper layer. You've trained yourself to monitor reactions. You say something, then immediately check how it landed. Did they agree? Did they smile? Did it create tension? And based on that feedback, you adjust again. That loop never stops. And over time, it sends one clear signal. You don't trust your own position. And if you don't trust it, no one else will either. Here's the principle. If you need approval, you won't be respected. Read that again. Respect is not given to those who seek it. It's given to those who don't rely on it. Not because they are difficult, but because they are stable. They don't shift with every reaction. They don't soften every statement. They say what they think, and they stand on it. That stability is what people respond to. So how do you build it? Without becoming rigid, without creating unnecessary conflict. You need structure. 3 steps. Step 1, stop monitoring reactions. Right now you're constantly checking faces, tone, energy. That habit keeps you dependent. So interrupt it. Say what you think, then stop. Don't scan the room. Don't adjust immediately. Let the moment exist without interference. It will feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is not danger. It's unfamiliar freedom. Over time, it fades. And what replaces it is clarity. Step 2. Practice disagreement. If you've been agreeable for too long, disagreement will feel intense. But it doesn't need to be. Start small. Someone says something positive. You add a different angle. Not aggressively, just honestly. I liked it, but I think it could have been shorter. That's enough. You didn't attack. You didn't argue. You simply showed that your perspective exists. And that's what matters. Because every time you express a difference, you reinforce something internally. My view is valid. That shift builds presence. Step 3. Reduce your availability. Right now, you respond too quickly, agree too easily, adjust too often. That creates a pattern. You're always accessible, always flexible, always ready. And over time, that reduces perceived value. So slow it down. Don't reply instantly. Don't accept everything. Don't rearrange your priorities for every request. Let there be space. That space signals something important. Your time is structured. Your attention is intentional. And people respond differently to that. Now let's make this practical. When someone asks your opinion, here's what I think, then stop. No softening. No extra explanation. When something doesn't work for you, that doesn't work for me. Clear. Complete. When your decision is questioned, I've made my choice. Not defensive. Just final. And when you feel the urge to justify, I'm not going to explain that further. Calm. Closed. Notice the pattern. You're not adding pressure. You're removing dependence. That's what creates respect. Here's what will start to change. People will pause before responding to you. They will take your words more seriously. They may not always agree, but they will pay attention. Because you're no longer adjusting for approval. You're speaking from position. And position creates weight. This is the shift. When you stop trying to be accepted, you become harder to ignore. Not louder, not more aggressive, just more grounded. Let's reinforce this. If you chase approval, you adapt constantly. If you stop chasing it, you stabilize, and stability is what people respect, not perfection, not agreement, consistency. So try something simple. In your next conversation, say one thing you actually think, without softening it, without checking reactions. Then let it sit. Observe what happens. That moment will teach you more than any advice. Key takeaway. You don't gain respect by being agreeable. You gain respect by being clear and consistent. And that requires letting go of approval. If this changed how you see your behavior in groups, there's a deeper layer behind it. Most people don't realize how much their need for approval shapes their presence. This is just one piece. If you want to go deeper, the full framework is in the book, because your voice matters. But only if you stop waiting for permission to use it.